Hello, my name is Matthew May, and I'm the principal at Mill Creek Middle School. And we are so excited to welcome you and your family to Mill Creek Middle School with the class of 2029. We know that the coming weeks and months will bring some excitement and also probably a little nervous energy. So we hope to be able to provide you with all the information you need to be successful when you become a student here at Mill Creek. As you go through the presentation, please pay attention to the information that's there. And then in July, we'll have opportunities to meet with you and your students to get them ready for Mill Creek Middle School. When your child becomes a student at Mill Creek, they'll receive their schedule. On their schedule, they'll have their list of teachers, but there are other staff members who can assist you and your child as well. Some of those members are listed here. I'm Matthew May, the principal. We also have Stacy Krutz, our 6th grade administrator. We have Dr. Garrity, our 7th grade administrator and over athletics. We have Miss Lee Gutierrez, who's our 8th grade administrator and is over special ed. We also have a team of counselors in our student services department that will be there to work with your child throughout the course of the year and throughout their time here at Mill Creek. The school day at Mill Creek begins at 9 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. In the morning, our doors open at 8:15 for students. All students, whether they ride a bus or ride a car, will enter through our gym doors. When students arrive between 8:15 and 8:40, they'll be supervised in our gym or cafeteria. At 8:30, any student who wants to purchase breakfast will be dismissed to the cafeteria to be able to do so. At 8:45, all of our students are released so they may go to their homeroom. In the afternoon, our car riders and first load buses are dismissed at 4 p.m. During the first couple of weeks of school, you may notice a delay in students leaving on a bus as we ensure that all students make sure that they're on the right bus headed to the right place. Our second load buses are typically dismissed around 4:10. All drop-offs and pickups are done in the front of the school between the main entrance and the gym entrance. The map on the screen shows you the information for where our buses and cars arrive and depart Mill Creek. The buses will enter from behind the school, and students will exit the buses in the bus lanes, which are near the rear of the gym. If your student rides in a car, they will pull in front of the building. You can follow the green arrows. And if you see the area that's located corridor, that's where students may get out of their vehicles. Cars do not need to pull all the way to the front of the gym for students to be able to get out. They may get out anywhere in this area and walk towards the gym. These are some frequently asked questions we receive regarding arrival and departure at Mill Creek. Question 1. What should I do if my child needs to come in early to work with a teacher? This should be scheduled with the teacher in advance. The teacher will give you a date and a time, and they will then meet your student at the gym door to walk them to the classroom. Question 2. My child participates in a club that meets early. Where do they go? All students, when they enter the building, should enter through the gym doors. A club sponsor will meet them there. Question 3. Does Mill Creek offer before or after school programs for students? Mill Creek does not offer an after-school program like many of our elementary schools do. All students at the end of the day must leave by car or by bus. However, there are times where we may offer EXP programs, which would be like additional tutoring. There may also be days where there are some club meetings that meet before or after school. Information about club meetings will be communicated from the school after the school year begins or by club sponsors. Question 4. Can my child ride the bus home with a friend or to a different stop? Students are not permitted to ride a bus home with a friend. Students are required to ride the bus to their home address. This is what your child's typical day will look like at Mill Creek. In the morning, they'll report to their homeroom from 9 to 9:05. This is where our teachers will take daily attendance. It's important that all students are in classroom by 9 o'clock so they are not counted tardy. Extended learning time is from 9:05 to 9:30. Each day, students will rotate to a different one of their academic courses where they'll receive some additional instruction, enrichment, or be able to do some other activities in those academic courses. First period is from 9:34 to 10:33. Second period is from 10:37 to 11:38. Third period is from 11:42 to 1:13. You'll notice this is a longer period as this is also where students will eat lunch. Fourth period is from 1:17 to 2:18. And then the two connection periods for students are from 2:22 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. At 4 o'clock, students will dismiss for the day. In middle school, students will have two courses on their schedule called connections courses. These are in addition to their academic courses such as math, English language arts, science, and social studies. There are 3 year-long connection courses which students may sign up for. If students are interested, they may sign up for a year-long connection in band, chorus, and orchestra. If students do not wish to participate in one of those year-long connections, they will receive a rotation of the connection courses listed on the screen. These courses include art, marketing, communications, which is also our audio-video class, a computer science course, drama, engineering and technology, family and consumer science, healthcare science, PE, and our STEM course. These connection courses will rotate every 9 weeks. So every quarter, students will receive a different connection course, so they get to experience as many as possible. Mill Creek has an award-winning performing arts program. Our chorus is led by Ben Rice, and our band is led by Ryan LeCure. This year, Mill Creek started a drama program that's led by Emily Wiggins. In 8th grade, students will have the opportunity to sign up for this course. However, there are opportunities throughout the school year for students to be involved in our drama program. If you're interested in more information about any of these programs or interested in signing up for one of these courses, chorus or band, please reach out to the teachers you see listed on the screen. A question we frequently receive from parents at Mill Creek is, does my child need a learning device? A learning device is considered a cell phone, tablet, laptop computer, any device that can connect to the internet and allow students to look up information. Each classroom teacher makes the decision on whether students will use a learning device as part of their lesson. Some teachers may use them frequently, while some of them will rarely use them at all. What happens if a teacher does a BYLD lesson and my child doesn't have a device? Each classroom has a set of Chromebooks which students may use while they're there. My child told me their teacher requires them to have a learning device. Is this correct? This would be incorrect, as we do not require students to have a learning device. Each classroom has devices which students are free to use. We believe that parents should be the ones to make the decision on the appropriate time and age for a student to have their own learning device. What are the rules for the use of a learning device? Learning devices, especially cell phones, may only be used during a lesson in which the teacher has permitted and will supervise the use of technology. Also, if students are using their learning device, they should be connected to the Cherokee County School District BYLD network. They should not be connected through their cellular data plans. This ensures that safeguards are in place to keep your students safe while they're online. Learning devices, especially cell phones, are never permitted in the hallways, bathrooms, or locker rooms. Also, the use of learning devices should be for academic purposes only as part of a lesson. The use of text features, social media, gaming, etc. is a violation of CCSD BYLD policy. There may be times during the school day and school year where students earn the right to use their cell phones at places like lunch. However, we do tell students they need to keep these devices put away until they're instructed otherwise. Mill Creek has a variety of extracurricular activities available for students. As you can see from the list on the screen, we have several clubs which are available from students, such as 4-H Club, Academic Bowl, Art Club, Beta Club, the Robotics Team, the Green Team, PTSA Student Ambassadors, Technology Club, our Tome Literary Society, and Wildcat Worship. We also offer 2 athletic programs which students may be a part of. Basketball and cheerleading are open for tryouts for students in 6th through 8th grade. Teams are determined by a tryout, and the season lasts from October to February. Even if students don't wish to participate in our athletic programs or if they don't make a team, we still encourage our students to come out and cheer their classmates on during our games, which are hosted at Mill Creek and other middle schools throughout Cherokee County. Our top priority at Mill Creek every day is to make sure that students feel safe and secure while on our campus. To tell you a little bit more about this, Mill Creek has a CCSD police officer stationed at our school. The school police office is located between the media center and cafeteria. At 9 a.m., all of our exterior doors are locked, and anyone entering the building must go through the front office, which is only accessed by a buzzer at the front door. During the 2018-2019 school year, a security foyer was added to Mill Creek Middle School that requires all visitors to come through the front office without being able to access the rest of the school. During the school year, students and teachers will practice fire drills, inclement weather drills, and lockdown drills to make sure that students understand how we will keep them safe in the event of an emergency. Also, Cherokee County uses a Safe Schools vector alert system where students may anonymously submit tips or information about things at school they may have concerns about. Our goal with student discipline at Mill Creek is to make sure that students have the opportunity to learn appropriate school behaviors. Our teachers manage classroom behavior through the use of infractions. If there's a violation of classroom rules, teachers will assign infractions to students. On the first infraction, the student will receive a warning and a phone call to the parents. On the second infraction, the teacher will issue classroom discipline such as a detention or a silent lunch and call the parents to discuss the behavior. On the third infraction, the teacher will write a referral and submit it to the administrator for review. There may also be some instances where there are serious violations of CCSD discipline code. These will result in a direct referral to administrator for review. Mill Creek also uses a positive behavior reward system called Cat Cash. Teachers will award students Cat Cash when they are exhibiting good behavior, making the right decisions, and doing the right things, and helping their classmates. Cat Cash can then be redeemed throughout the school year for different rewards. It can also be used for different activities in our media center. One question we also receive is, what should we do if our child experiences bullying? At Mill Creek, we take all reports of bullying very seriously. The first thing we encourage you and your child to do is to let a staff member know. Let the teacher know, let an administrator know, send an email, make a phone call, schedule a meeting. We want to hear your concerns. Parents may contact an administrator to describe the situation and the behavior. Once the information comes to us, the administrator will then begin to investigate. They may speak to the student, they may speak to other students. We do everything in our power to keep this confidential, but to also protect our students. The administrator will then assign appropriate discipline per the CCSD discipline code should there be findings that this occurred. If the behavior continues, it should be reported so that we can follow up and ensure that this stops. During the school year, there are several ways in which parents can get information from Mill Creek. One of the easiest ways for parents to find information about Mill Creek is to check our school webpage. On our school webpage, you'll find our staff lists that include email addresses. You'll find our parent curriculum guide, which will tell you more information about our courses. You'll also find updated announcements. You can also access CCSD documents such as the discipline guide or the parent handbook. Mill Creek uses Parent Square to send email messages to parents. Messages will be delivered to the email address that you have on file, or you can download the app and then you'll have access to all messages throughout the school year. You can also follow Mill Creek on Twitter at MillCreekCCSD. This will give you information that is tweeted from our teachers and from our administration. You get a glimpse at some of the great things our students are doing and see a little bit of what's going on in our classrooms. Also, you can check the students' Canvas page for updates from teachers on assignments, information on lessons, information on grades, and anything going on in that classroom which will be of importance to you and your child throughout the school year. To help with the transition to middle school, Mill Creek offers Camp 29. Camp 29 has become a summer tradition at Mill Creek that gives students the opportunity to learn a little bit about life as a middle schooler before the school year begins. This year, Camp 29 will be hosted on July 23rd from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Mill Creek. During this time here, students will have the opportunity to learn about our clubs, take a tour of the building, participate in team building activities, learn about our technology, and have some of their questions answered by some of our 7th and 8th grade students. It's also a great opportunity for students to get to know some of our staff. The cost is $25, and that will include a t-shirt for students and a Chick-fil-A lunch. If you're interested in registering, please follow the information on the screen to be able to register on our school website. If you have questions, please reach out to the teacher listed at the bottom, Heather Pappas, for more information. We'd also like for you to save the date for our 6th grade meet and greet. Our 6th grade meet and greet will be held on July 28th at Mill Creek from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll have a brief parent information meeting. Then you'll get the chance to meet your academic teachers, tour the building, and purchase PE clothes. If you're looking for ways to get involved at Mill Creek, I encourage you to consider joining our Mill Creek Middle School PTSA. Our PTSA is an award-winning organization that does so much for our teachers, our students, and our school. You can find more information with the information that's on the screen. They have a Facebook page. They also have a Facebook group. They're also on Twitter and Instagram. This is a great group that does so much for our school and community. Please consider joining them this year. Thank you for taking the time today to view this presentation. We can't wait for you and your students to become Wildcats and join us at Mill Creek. We'll see you soon.